Bullies harassed a woman at a gas station, then 100 bikers showed up and taught them a lesson. The night was thick with silence, the kind that makes even the faintest sound echo 100 times louder. The lone hum of an old car's engine broke the stillness as Emily Carter pulled into a nearly deserted gas station on a lonely Oklahoma highway. The flickering neon sign above read "Fuel and Go," casting a pale glow over the cracked pavement and empty lot. She was exhausted, the kind of tired that seeps into your bones after driving for hours from a long, draining day at work. But what awaited her there wasn't just fatigue. It was something far darker and far more unforgettable. If you believe in courage, kindness, and second chances, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to English Story, because some acts of bravery deserve to be remembered. As Emily stepped out of her car, she could feel the cold night air prick her skin. The wind carried a faint rustle of trees from the distance, and the rhythmic buzzing of the old fluorescent lights above added to the eerie emptiness of the place. She pumped the gas, glancing around nervously. That's when she noticed them. 3 men leaning against a pickup truck, laughing too loudly, their eyes following her every move. At first she tried to ignore them, hoping they'd just lose interest and drive away. But the sound of boots crunching on gravel drew closer. Her heart began to race. They started taunting her, their voices dripping with mockery. One of them reached for her arm, sneering, while another circled around her car. Emily's hands trembled as she tried to back away, clutching her phone, but fear had frozen her in place. The once quiet gas station suddenly felt like a cage, the walls closing in, the flickering light making their shadows dance menacingly around her. She shouted for them to stop, her voice breaking. But her cries only fueled their cruel laughter. Just when she thought no one could hear her, that the night would swallow her whole, a deep, distant rumble echoed through the highway. At first she thought it was thunder rolling across the flat land. But then it grew louder, clearer, stronger. The unmistakable growl of engines cut through the darkness. 1, 2, 10, then dozens. Headlights appeared on the horizon like a river of light, streaming toward the gas station. Within minutes, the place that had once been empty was now surrounded by nearly 100 roaring motorcycles. The bullies froze, their smirks fading into fear as the bikers slowed to a stop, forming a solid circle around the scene. Their engines rumbled like a warning growl from an army of lions. Out from the front of the group stepped a tall man, leather jacket gleaming under the harsh light, his weathered face calm but commanding. He didn't need to say a word. His presence alone spoke volumes. The bullies stumbled backward, suddenly small and powerless in front of this silent brotherhood. The bikers didn't attack. They didn't shout. They simply stood, a wall of protection around Emily. The leader walked up to her, offering his jacket to cover her trembling shoulders. In that single gesture, she felt something she hadn't in a long time: safety. The bullies fled without a word, their arrogance crumbling in the face of collective strength. Emily couldn't stop her tears. The bikers didn't just save her, they restored her faith in humanity. The leader, before leaving, placed a small badge in her hand that read, "Bikers Against Bullying." She learned later that they were part of a national group of riders who looked out for people in trouble, often patrolling highways at night to make sure no one was left helpless or alone. The next day, Emily's story spread across social media. Photos from security cameras showed the incredible scene: the frightened woman, the 3 bullies, and the army of bikers who came to her rescue. People shared the story around the world, calling it, "The Night Angels Rode In." But for Emily, it wasn't about fame or attention. It was about the realization that strength doesn't always come from muscle or power. Sometimes it comes from unity, compassion, and the courage to stand up when someone is being wronged. In the following weeks, Emily joined a local advocacy group, inspired to help others who felt powerless. She often drove the same route at night, not out of fear, but as a quiet tribute to the strangers who had once come roaring through the dark to save her. Whenever she heard the distant sound of a motorcycle engine, she smiled, because to her it no longer meant danger. It meant hope.